Welcome to Outset Island, where we will begin our next 3-heart adventure. My name is Mike, and this is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. This is my second 3-heart playthrough, and in case you don't know, what I plan on doing on this channel is doing all 5 3D Zelda games as 3-heart challenge runs. Yes, I know Skyward Sword you start with 6 runs. I'll figure that, or six hearts. I will figure that out when we get there. But yeah, my first 3-heart run was Twilight Princess, which went rather well. I quite enjoyed it, and gameplay was smooth, and this will definitely be a bit more of a challenge. Now, this game, as far as difficulty, is one of the easier Zelda games, but that is more so because of the rather simplistic dungeon designs, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed by the dungeon designs in this game. I'll get to that later. However, combat can actually be pretty rough in this game. They tend to throw a lot of enemies at you, and they can be pretty tough. It usually doesn't seem that bad when you're doing a normal playthrough because you have so many hearts. I mean, they're not too rough about it. But I can imagine, with this being a 3-heart run, this could give me some trouble here and there, especially one very specific spot on this particular island that we'll see much later in the game. If you've ever played through this game, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. There's one point in particular in this game that I think will probably be arguably the most difficult part of any 3-heart run that I do. So yeah, as you can see here, we have a sister in this game. Kind of a rare occurrence. Actually, it pretty much never happens in a Zelda game where Link actually has a family. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I didn't get hurt, never mind. Where Link actually has a real family with them. The only thing I can think of is A Link to the Past where he has an uncle. I think Minish Cap he has an uncle in that too. I'm not sure who that Smith guy is in the house. But yeah, this is definitely the closest Link ever really comes to having a true family, which I think is pretty cool and kind of powerful in the story, as we'll see later on once things start to develop here. You'll see that having a family really kind of adds to Link's personality, which, in my opinion and in many others, this is probably, I don't want to say the best Link, but definitely the most expressive and the one that has the most of a character to him. Here he also has a grandmother, and she's waiting here with some clothes for us. And this is kind of your indication that yes, this is the normal first quest of the game. There actually is a second quest that you unlock by beating, just by beating the main game, and you basically can play through the game again, only you're wearing the clothes that we're currently wearing right now, these blue pajama clothes. And I think the game's supposed to be harder, which kind of brings up a point that with this being a 3-heart run, that would have been, or that could have been pretty interesting for me doing a quote-unquote harder version of the game with 3 hearts. But I've played through that, and to be honest, I don't notice that much of a difference. And on top of that, I mean, I know this is kind of a lame excuse, but it would kind of bother me, being all OCD and shit, going through the game without Link's traditional green tunic. So I'm sorry if that sounds like a lame excuse, but that's part of my reasoning that I'm just gonna do the normal quest. And I'm sure it might, annoy some of the OCD viewers out there. So yeah. But yeah, what was I saying about character? What stands out about this game that I'm gonna get into a lot as we go is I think this game has like the best character design and best story in the series. Oh, I want to say the best story. Well, no, I'll say this. That's the best storytelling. Has kind of the most unique spin on the kind of stories that you're used to seeing in the Zelda series. I mean, the general concept is pretty, you know, traditional in relation to other Zelda games, as we'll see. But but I really like the way this game structures it and the kind of spin they put on the story. We'll see that as we go, definitely. So yeah, this is probably, in my opinion, the best game as far as storytelling goes. Not so much cinematics. I think Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, you know, probably tie for the top in that. You can make this jump for rupees over here. We'll be getting a lot of rupees actually early on this island that I'll try to get, just to get on a good head start. But yeah, this game, thankfully, it does have more of a quicker beginning to it. It's not as slow-paced as Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. So yeah, we'll be getting into things pretty quickly here. One of my favorite things about this game that you're seeing here is that it has camera control because it uses a GameCube controller. Really the only Nintendo controller that has... yeah, it is the only Nintendo controller that has dual sticks. And unfortunately, Nintendo has decided that they apparently don't like that, even though I personally would like to see more controllers in this fashion. Really, the GameCube controller is probably my favorite, like, controller of any game console. And, yeah, I like having control over the camera for a change. And, right here, Arrow is our sister's name, by the way. And today, yeah, I guess I really haven't, or have they gone into it yet? Yeah, today's Link's birthday. See, I wasn't paying attention to the text early on, in typical Mike 127 fashion. Never paid attention to text, but yeah, today is Link's birthday, apparently. He's gonna have himself one hell of a birthday. Here we get to the most useless item in the game, the telescope. It's literally, its only use is in like 10 seconds, and then it's completely useless after that. So, thanks, sis. Thanks for giving us the most useless item in the game for our birthday. Okay, well that's a little. Well, I mean, it is the thought that counts, right? So, as per usual, you have your button assignments here. I need to get used to controls of this game. As far as like inverted and not inverted. Over here we see this interesting character here. Postman looks kind of weird. Turns out that he's a postman with wings. Red Bull. I don't know why I'm thinking of Red Bull right now. I could use some Red Bull right now. Oh, look up in the sky. Yeah, that's inverted. That's gonna be weird. Kind of getting used to that and playing Donkey Kong 64 at the same time. In fact, I can't even remember any of the first-person controls in that. And what do we have here? We have pirates, which automatically makes this game awesome. Pirates make any game awesome, and that's why I like Donkey Kong Country 2 the most. Well, that's not really why, but that's pirate themed. It just seems like any game that has pirates in it kicks ass. Who is this? Well, we have to find out more about her as we go along. Alright, so we're gonna have to go help her out, apparently. And it's dangerous to go alone, so we gotta take something. So yes, we need to go find a sword, and there's a lot of like moving back and forth in this beginning part, moving back and forth between, you know, the tower where Arrow is, and then, you know, going back towards where your house is. I'm not gonna mess with talking to too many NPCs here, they don't really tell you anything. So yeah, this is a game that I truly do enjoy playing, and to me, this is probably And here's the obligatory targeting introduction here. This guy sitting atop this house. Only it's out-targeting in this game. But yeah, this game, for whatever reason, I think this is the most addicting Zelda game. And it's just the most fun to play. I can't really put my finger on why. Maybe it's the vibrant atmosphere of it with the very controversial but very nice looking cell shading, which I can get into later. I guess just the the colorful graphics and the upbeat music. It's a very, I don't know, it's a very lively game to play, and that's what I really like about it, is that there's so much life in this game, and that's probably this game's biggest strong point. It's just such a lively game, and it's hard to, it's hard to get away from it. So I'm expecting to have long recording sessions of this just because I'll get so addicted to it. Here we have Orca, and he will be the one supplying our sword to us. I believe if you try to come to him before the girl falls into the forest, I don't think he'll let you. To tell you the truth, I've never tried to talk to him before that cutscene happened, so I don't really know. But yes, we do want to train with our sword. Sword. I cannot. I mean, I made like around 300 videos by now. I'm sure you've noticed that I can't exactly say S sounds very well. I guess you can say it's kind of a lisp, and you don't want to lock on for horizontal. There we go. But it's. I should be paying attention. Sorry. Typical me, not paying attention to text. I guess I'll just keep going. Even though a lot of these are diagonal slices. And vertical slice, you can either target and hit B, or you can not target and just hit B and press forward. I think he wants you to target and hit B, so wow, I'm really failing at this so far. Yeah, obviously these are not vertical slices that I'm doing. As you can see with this game and its combat animation, it's a lot more fluent, and Link has some moves in this. Okay, this is a thrust, right? Thrust can honestly be kind of hard to pull off, as you can see. I like to kind of take it slow with that. I don't really see why you would use the thrust in this game. What? Seriously? I'm doing it right. Come on. If this is how we're gonna play, then I don't even want to see how the rest of this game is gonna go. But again, of course, you don't have to be specific with how you do this. When you're doing the spin attack, make sure you don't accidentally hit him when charging it up. He'll get pissed at you for that too. This character actually played a pretty big part in this game and getting upgrades and stuff to your sword. Oh, and this is a new aspect this game announced, that whenever an enemy is about to attack, your A button will kind of light up and you'll feel a rumble on your controller. And you can do a parry attack, and you'll be able to avoid enemies' attacks like that. Very useful in this game. It comes back kind of in Twilight Princess as a hidden sword scope. And then there's the other parry where you do a helmet splitter. I don't know. How do you do it exactly? Maybe I should retext. Again, probably my biggest bad habit. Or is he jump attack? Okay. Never mind. Yeah, but there is also like a helmet splitter type of thing where you'll attack from above, and that pretty much happens whenever the parry shows up when you're moving back and forth when locked on. So we haven't really seen that yet, but there really isn't any. Actually, no, there is a difference between the backward slice and the upward slice. I don't know if this is the right word to describe them. They don't really have names in this game. They're just parries or parries or whatever you want to say. But yeah, now with the training done, we get the sword, the hero sword. And we can use it with B, pretty traditional. Well, actually, a Twilight Princess that was shaking the Wiimote, but whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of skip through this. That's something along with not reading text, that I'm kind of gonna have a habit for, is whenever the text is not generally story-driven, I'm gonna kind of skip through it. And I'll try to sum up what they say. I'm not that big of a text guy, but don't worry, I'm not going to skip through any story-driven text. And whenever there's like a cutscene, I typically don't talk over those. That's just kind of my general rule. Okay, so now that we have a sword, we can head up this way. And roll into trees. Really not much we can do in this. I need to, oh man, yeah, the camera controls are inverted. Hold left to, I can't really explain the camera controls too well, but holding it right, like, it rotates it counterclockwise, holding it left rotates it clockwise, so I have to remember that. Eventually I'll get used to it over time. Because it's actually, I'm trying to think if it's different from Batman Arkham Asylum or you know, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City or not, because I've been playing those games a lot lately on my own. I haven't played Arkham City in a while though, I need to get back to that. The game is super fun. Okay, so I guess we just have to move across the bridge. It is there. Eventually this bridge won't be there. Spoilers. I mean, it's not that, you know, it's not that big of a story-driven thing, but yeah. And we'll just be heading in this way. This is where that girl fell. So, let's see what's in here. And here she's hanging from this tree, and we have this little foresty area here. And do we have very many enemies here? Oh, and I guess I can show off a few more control things. In this game we do have a crawl. You hold down R to crouch, and you can crawl through holes like this. You'll be using this quite a bit in this game, which is nice. I kind of like this control aspect. Something I really like about this game that's worth mentioning is that you actually have two command buttons. You have your A command button, which is the one you use most, and then you have your R command button. And that really comes in handy for situations like block pushing and climbing, where like I guess the A button would be push and the R button would be climb or something like that. So that comes in handy, like whenever you wish to grab onto a block, but you know, you don't want to accidentally climb it, you can just, you have your two button options. Very helpful feature in this game. Not really much to explain about combat. Whenever you know, what I do like is whenever you attack enemies, there's like a little musical note that plays every time, and they explode into a nice puffy smoke. And apparently once they're defeated, she gets heavier and it breaks the branch. I guess, I don't know. I guess just her surprise at us being here allowed her to squeal and or struggle or whatever and break down from that. I don't even know. I don't know why I'm trying to explain that. It doesn't really need explaining, but whatever. And this character is named Tetra, apparently, and she will be a major character in this game, and I would definitely have a lot to say about her later on as we go. But yeah, she is the leader of this pirate crew, and she's probably, arguably, the best character in the Zelda series in my opinion. She's one of my favorite. She reminds me a lot of Midna, and I kind of like her for the similar reasons that I like Midna, and we'll definitely see her character develop. She's a prime example of very good character development in this game. What about the boy? What about the boy? I shouldn't be singing because I suck at singing. Alright. Alright, so we're not quite sure why that bird was kidnapping Tetra. But speaking of which...